Hello, I'm Catherine Sines, the president of the Rotary Club of Hudson. Rotary is a professional organization of a group of men and women who support Rotary International. We also join together by a common interest of service to our Hudson community, and we have a sincere desire to give back. We meet weekly on Wednesdays at Laurel Lake Retirement Community, 200 Laurel Lake Drive, in their dining room. We meet from 7:30 to 8:30 and would like to invite you to join us. For more information about Rotary, go to www.rotaryhudson.org. Enjoy the following excerpts from one of our recent meetings and consider joining us on Wednesday morning.
Good morning, Rotarians and guests.
Good morning. Good morning, Ron.
Welcome to the Rotary Club of Hudson. I'm Ron Strobel, the Sergeant at Arms. Our invocation this morning is by Liz Ramsey.
Good morning, Rotarians.
Good morning.
Well, I was surprised to know that 8 presidents came from Ohio. Isn't that great? And we live in such a great state. Well, anyway, let's pray. Praise God for being a gracious God who loves and cares for us and hears our prayers and provides guidance and wisdom. We pray for wisdom for the leaders of our nation, wisdom for those who deal with international problems and affairs of state, wisdom for those who mete out judgment, wisdom for those who protect us, wisdom for those who suffer from the hurricanes, wisdom for those who make decisions about recovery, and wisdom for those who lost loved ones and material things, wisdom with regard to the insurance adjusters, wisdom for the people who go through life and experiences, that they will see God and know that God will never leave us or forsake us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Liz. And now to lead us in the pledge and the four-way test, Lynn Zell.
Good morning, Rotarians.
Good
Please,
morning.
please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you, Lynn. I thought maybe we'd have an all-woman, leading us this morning, but we couldn't get a singer, so Dick Pearsall.
I just have to fill in. It's going to be a little change of pace. The song is a Twilight song. The song's over 100 years old, but the words are a little different, but it's not the Grand Old Flag. It's someplace around here. Jingle bells. You went flat, Jim. There we go. All right, here we go. I think you'll recognize the tune, though. Just a song at twilight, when the lights start low, and the flickering shadows softly come and go. Louder! Though the hearts be weary, sad the day and long, still to us at twilight comes love's old song, comes love, old sea song. I don't know if you passed or not.
And now our president, Catherine Sines.
Good morning, Rotarians.
Good morning.
Dick, you make me smile every Wednesday. I'd just like to welcome everyone, and Chris Barker is going to introduce our guest.
Good morning, Rotarians and guests. Well, I'm happy to announce that our friends from the Hudson Service Learning class are here again. If you would please join me in greeting them. And if you please stand up, Ms. Lonnie Banner and Jamie Cosman, co-teachers. Hey, Lonnie. And then with them are two of their students today, Maddie, who's been helping us on the AV, and Colt, also one of their students. And then Richard Nebbiolo, he's here probably for his 5th, 6th, 7th time. I can't wait until he's official. And then we have a guest of Clint, Jeff Lawler. He's here, I think, to hear a little bit about the Rotary Youth Exchange Program. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Chris. And right into that segment goes Evan. Would you like to come up and do a membership? She said she couldn't wait until he was a member.
No.
Oh, and Rich, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rich, would you please come up too? No?
Good morning, fellow Rotarians. Could Richard Nebbiolo please step forward? And also, Doug, can you step forward as well? Congratulations to Richard Nebbiolo. The board has approved membership, and we're going to be welcoming him into the club today. Thank you to Doug McDowell for bringing Richard by. Even though Richard knows many of you out here, Doug swooped in and got the sponsorship. So we'll go through the induction, and then Richard will tell you a little bit more about himself. Thank you.
Richard Nebbiolo, on behalf of the board and the membership of the Rotary Club of Hudson, it is a great pleasure to welcome you as the newest member of our club. We look forward to the fellowship that we will share, as well as your participation in many group projects, and make our community, country, and world a better place in which to live. Rotary is an organization of business and professional people pledged to uphold the high ethical and moral standards. Rotarians believe that the worldwide fellowship and peace can be achieved through business people unite with the Rotary motto of service above self. Rotary activities exemplify the clarity, charity, and sacrifice that one would expect from people who believe that they have a responsibility to help others. Richard, you have been chosen for membership in the Rotary Club of Hudson because your fellow members believe you to be a leader in our community, and because you possess the qualities of champion the message and principles of Rotary. You now become an ambassador of Rotary, carrying the ideals of service to all within your sphere of influence. Our community will know and judge Rotary by your character and service. We will also look to you for inspiration and will strive to become better Rotarians. We now ask your sponsoring Rotarian, Doug, to vest you with the distinguishing badge of Rotarian, your Rotary pin, and a name badge. You have that? Okay, we ask that you wear your Rotary pin with pride, not only to all Rotary functions, but in your many endeavors as a symbol of our commitment to Rotary ideals and your recognition of our contribution towards a better world. Fellow Rotarians, please rise and welcome our newest Rotarian, Richard Nebbiolo. Welcome.
Thank you, Catherine.
That's right.
I'll let him put this on, okay?
Okay.
That's a little too much for me to handle.
And Richard, would you take a few moments and tell them about
Sure.
yourself?
Good morning, Rotarians.
Good morning.
I was born in Linden, New Jersey, and I was the oldest of 5 children. I started high school in Linden, but the family moved to Levittown, PA, just north of Philly, when I was a sophomore in high school. I finished high school in Langhorne, Pennsylvania at Neshaminy High School. I attended Drexel University in Philadelphia and received a Bachelor of Science degree in Metallurgical Engineering and Materials Science. My career was in the steel industry, and it started at Latrobe Steel, just east of Pittsburgh, in the research department. It was in Latrobe that I met my beautiful wife, Lynn. I attended Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh and received a master's degree in metallurgy and materials science. Our 2 daughters, Jennifer and Heather, were born in Latrobe. We moved to Hudson 31 years ago in 1986, and our daughters attended the Hudson schools. I retired in 2015 after 50 years in the steel industry at Latrobe Steel, Timken Steel, and Republic Steel. We have 4 grandchildren. Our oldest granddaughter, Mackenzie Hurst, won a Rotary Scholarship this year in Hudson. I'm excited about joining the Rotary Club of Hudson, and I'm looking forward to working on projects which benefit students and people who are in need. Thanks to Doug McDowell, Ron Strobel, Phil Tobin, and Tom Tobin for introducing me to the world of Rotary. Thank you.
Awesome. I love it when we're getting new members and it just, everybody kind of fits together. It's great. And next, Lonnie, would you and Jamie and whoever else you want to bring up, come on up. I'm sorry, Dan. Next time you get to do the new member without Evan, okay?
Good morning, everybody. So happy to see all of you. I hope everybody had a fantastic summer. We are about a month into yet another wonderful year of service learning. It's actually Service Learning's 20th year in the Hudson City School District, so we're really grateful for all the time we've had. So yes, thank you. We've got 90 students. We've got a lot of great activities coming up that we'd like to invite you to. Next Monday, we've got some speakers coming in from the Akron Blind Center, which is down in inner city Akron. In 2 weeks, we have a Holocaust survivor coming in to speak that Mr. Cosman has arranged for us. If you came to Camp Ledgewood last year, it's the same gentleman, but if you're interested in attending, I'm going to send the information to Gail. And then also, we've got Camp Ledgewood coming up, I believe, October 11th and 12th. So that information will be, 10th and 11th? Thank you. That information will be coming up soon. But anyways, as always, thank you so much for your support and kindness and commitment to service. And we've got 2 really great students here to talk to you about their experiences so far. So thank you so much. Whoever would like to go.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Colt. My site is at the Hudson Middle School, and I work with special needs kids. And it's really special because what I can do and go there and make their day a little better for the little time that I'm there, because they sure do make me feel better throughout the day and brighten it up. So, I don't have a specific memory, but I really enjoy going out to recess with them because they get me very exhausted, and after that I can go home and take a quick nap, and then I can go to practice. So I'm thinking about, so I heard you guys like to know about we're thinking about going to college, and I'm not really sure yet. I think I want to go either somewhere in Ohio or maybe go out of state down south somewhere, but I'm also thinking about playing football in college, and I also hear that some of you are football fans, so I'm the quarterback for the high school team, and so thank you.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I've been doing the video for the last 2 weeks, and I'm here again today, and I'll probably be here next week. I'm not sure. I think so. My site is actually with a hospice, so every single time I go, I usually go to a different place. So one of my favorite memories was we went to the to Falls Village, and we decorated this older women's room with butterflies. We put a butterfly calendar, we put a bunch of butterfly pictures. We just made the entire room just completely decorated because it was so dull before, and it brightened the entire room. And I think she really liked that because she's pretty bedridden and she doesn't really want to leave. So I think that really helped, and I really enjoyed that, and it made her day better and it made my day better. For college, I'm thinking about going into medicine, so I'm probably going to do a pre-med degree. And I'm looking at Akron because they've got a lot of, they're really good with the engineering, so they've got a lot of sciences, so I think that'll be a good fit for me.
Do you happen to have any questions for Colt or Maddie or Jamie or Anna? What's Hudson's football record?
3-1 right now. So I mean, we're doing pretty well. We lost to a really good team down in Canton, just at the Holiday Stadium. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're down here this week at home. We're down here this week at home, yes. So I'm on sport.
Thank you.
Oh, Lonnie, wasn't there if you can go up to the mic, wasn't there an activity you guys were just recently involved in?
Oh, yes. Thanks for bringing that up. We had an opportunity to become involved with First Serve, with the First Congregational Church of Hudson, with Temple Beth Shalom, and the Akron Kent Islamic Society. We all came together for a day of service to rehabilitate the area of Summit Lake. I know that Maddie was painting some, a porch and some playground equipment at a church in Summit Lake. The team that I was on, we were rehabilitating a children's garden on the other side of the lake. And I hear that Mr. Fields' team, they were building mailboxes. And again, our goal was a day of interfaith service. How can we all come together and celebrate what makes us, family as opposed to what separates us? It was a really great day, and a shout out to Sue Weimer and Trip Kern for all of their work there. Yes, ma'am.
What field of medicine do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna do like a basic pre-med. I'm thinking for undergrad, but I'm thinking about applying to DO programs for osteopathic medicine. So it would be general physician. I'm not sure whether or not I would specialize in anything yet, but I mean, I'm pretty far from there. So.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Isn't that great? I love to hear what they're going to do. Clint, would you please come up? You at the podium.
Thank you.
You can introduce Cowboy.
That's right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Going to welcome Lucas. Well, let's all welcome Lucas back to the club this morning. It's great to have him here. Lucas is going to spend a little bit of time up here today to talk about not only himself but his home and his city, Francisco Beltrán, and we're eager to hear a little from him. And as he comes to the podium, how about a second round of applause for him?
So, good morning.
Good morning.
As you know, I'm the exchange student from this year from Brazil. So I'm very glad to be here, and now I'm going to introduce my city, my family, and Brazil. So yeah, last year we received the Olympics. It was a very good time, a lot of party there, everybody happy, and I think it was very cool. So this is Brazil. It's a very big country. So it's a very big country. It's the world's fifth largest country by area. It's 8,515,000 kilometers square. It's the real name. It's called Federative Republic of Brazil. And the estimated population, it's 208 million people. And the capital is Brasilia. This is Brasilia. You probably already seen this picture somewhere. And one curiosity about Brasilia, it's looking from the top. Brasilia has a plane shape. You can see, have two. Yeah. This photo is better. Yes, you can see here have two. I don't know the name in English, but airplane. Thanks. So, São Paulo, it's the biggest city in Brazil with 12 million people. It's the most important city we have in Brazil. So, Rio de Janeiro, it's probably the most famous city in Brazil. You probably seen before, or maybe been there. I don't know, but it's a very beautiful city and most famous, I think. So, Brazil has a coastline of 7,400 kilometers, and so we have like beautiful beaches. So I just brought two pictures because it's basically all the same. So we have big buildings and It's beautiful. I like. This is our president, Michel Temer. I don't know if you heard about him, but this is our actual president. We impeached the last one. And so this is my city, Francisco Beltrão, in the state of Paraná. It's the largest town in the southwest region of Paraná. It's the state. In 2013, the population was 84,000 people. It's here, but it's right. Paraná. It's localized on the south of Brazil, so sometimes can be cold, at least cold for me. Like 32 Fahrenheit. This is cold for me. So some pictures of the city have big buildings and beautiful parks, and we also have a Christ in our city, like in Rio de Janeiro, but smaller. So this is my family. Here is my father, my brother, my uncle, who is 90, and my mom. And that guy on the left side of my father, it's an exchange student from Mexico who is in my house in Brazil, living with my family. This is my aunts, my mom, it's me, my grandma, and my aunt. This was on Mother's Day in Brazil, so we have some kind of celebration there. So my family has kind of a small farm where my father raised chicken, turkey, and sheep. So this is basically sheep. This is chicken. Every single one of these yellow dots, it's a different chicken. It's here have 55,000 chicken just inside this. 55,000, yeah, a lot. This is outside. So, I really enjoy spending my time there. It's where I help my father. My grandma lives there, so I always see her. And I really like, and I'm thinking in college, like agronomist, because of my father and all this. So, this is my school. Sorry, but I couldn't find a good picture outside. But this here, it's decorated by some party we call Festa Junina. It's a June party. So we have like all this decoration and stuff. And on the right side, it's on Christmas celebration. So in school, we decorate, and some children makes some kind of presentation. This is my friends, basically all the friends I have. This is my class. I studied all my life with them. So I'm not there, but they are going to graduate now in November. So I'm just graduating next year. But basically, it's this. And in Brazil, schools are different, so we can't choose subjects, and we have like the same classmates, to all day, and we don't change like classes, and teachers change, but we don't. So this is our classroom, and this is on June party. We all dress like this and dance. So I don't know. I'm there in the middle, and I think that's it. Someone have any questions? Sure. Hi.
Lucas, there was a picture, of the chicken coop, but there was also a dirt bike in the picture as well. Yeah, the dirt bike. Is that your dirt bike, and do you ride it?
Yes, it's mine.
I was going to ask you, you mentioned that you enjoyed being out there on the farm.
Yeah.
What type of things do you do when you're there?
I help my father basically. We have another 4 of them, but smaller. So we have a lot of things to do there, and I just basically help my father there.
Can you give me some examples of what you would do there?
Help raise the sheep and give them food. I don't know. It's basically this.
I assume there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done.
Yes.
And you get to do it.
I don't know if you can see here. Here. It's chicken poop. It's a lot. And there I have like 700,000 tons of poop. And we sell to agronomist people who use on the ground, like on the fertilizer. Yes.
So you know how to drive a tractor then, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't do that by hand. You don't shovel all that.
No.
All right.
No.
I did have a question about school. So is the school that you go to, is it a public school like
it's
Hudson,
a
or?
private school.
Excuse me?
Private school. Private.
Private school.
Sorry.
Private
Yes.
school. And you've been going to that private school all
Yes, all my life.
since you were young. And did you mention that your classmates are graduating in November?
Yes. So high school, it's just 3 years there.
3 years.
Yes. so
Okay.
they are graduating November now. And
So when you get done, when you go back, you have one more year to go, or?
no, half year.
Half year.
The
Okay.
school year starts in January and ends in December.
Got it.
So, any more questions? Yes.
Rotary Club, oh, wow. Say it over there.
Francisco Beltrão Marrecas. This is my city, and this is the name
The
of
Rotary
the
flag.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll display it. Thank you.
Catherine, there's our Rotary flag on the shelf inside
Oh,
that you can get him to take back.
okay. You can give it to me when we're done. All right. We have one to give you to take back, too. Oh, he's coming up. That one?
That's it. That's it.
There. So you can take that back.
Okay.
Thank you. Next time he comes, we'll have to drill him about how he's fitting into our high school and what the differences are. That's my big question. I wonder how the difference is with our school. Two things I want to remind you of before I give it over to Joe. One is there's a newcomers community fair on Wednesday, September 27th. And it's from 10 to noon, and Joe's going to be there. And if anybody would like to come and help him or be with him, it's at the Hudson Library. And the other is that there is a foundation meeting today following the regular board meeting. Joe's going to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, Catherine. So today we continue with our Rotary theme month for our program. And we're going to learn about a Rotary program that probably you don't know about. So we're pleased to have with us today Mark West. Mark is the Dean of First-Year Students at Baldwin-Wallace. He's a graduate of Wittenberg University and Cleveland State. He has a degree in political science and a master's in education. He's worked as a college administrator for 29 years. Mark was recognized by Delta Sigma Phi fraternity and received the Charles B. G. Bartel Outstanding Chapter Advisor Award. He's been named the Rotarian of the Year by the Rotary Club of Berea twice, and he received from Baldwin Wallace College the Administrative Award for Leadership. He and his wife Deetra and their dog Pepper, a 3-year-old Shih Tzu, live in Berea. So please extend a warm Rotary welcome to Mark West.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have some handouts, so I don't know if someone will pass those out for me. Good morning. How's everyone?
Good morning.
I just went on a study abroad trip to Brazil. So we went to Rio, São Paulo, Curitiba, and Iguazu Falls and Honey Island. So when you were talking about that, and my favorite drink down there was Guaraná. So I was like, this is a coincidence. So I'm excited. Anytime I'm able to come and speak about RILA, it just excites me. And it also excites me because I'm coming to the home club of the giant that I step on his shoulders, Lyle Poley, his club. And so it makes me excited because he was a great mentor and also a good friend and got me involved in Rotary. I was a Rilarian before I became a Rotarian, so because I was involved in the program. So let's see. There we go. I'm going to talk about the definition of RILA, what is RILA, the goals of RILA, the curriculum, the benefits, and then the program history, RI, and the district, 6630, which we're a part of. Let's see. Okay, definition. Rotary Youth Leadership Award is one of the Rotary International's 9 structured programs designed to help clubs and districts achieve their service goals in their own communities and in the communities abroad, fostering fellowship, goodwill, and in the process. With this, RILA is a training program that is primarily focuses on youth ages 14 to 30. Our program here in District 6630, it focuses on juniors that will be seniors in high school. So we get them right in their juniors, like their senior year summer, that they're going, they're rising seniors in high school, and it's been very effective getting these student leaders at that time period. Programs are typically in the form of a seminar, camp, or workshop, and they're either 3 to 10 days in length and organized by Rotarians at the club or district level. Ours is a district level program, and it is 5 days, 4 nights that we have the program. Our goals are to demonstrate Rotary's respect and concern for youth, provide an effective training experience for selected youth and potential leaders, encourage leadership of youth by youth, and publicly recognize young people who are providing service to their communities. So we have a wide variety of students who attend. We have those established leaders, and then we also have those emerging leaders. So those that have not broken out of their shell as far as had those leadership experiences, or those that are their student body president, or their class presidents, or things along those lines. So we have a wide variety of students who attend. Each RILA should be tailored to the needs of its own audience, but the core curriculum includes the following: fundamentals of leadership, ethics of positive leadership, importance of communication skills, problem solving, conflict management, Rotary's purpose and service to the community, building self-confidence and self-esteem, and then elements of community and global citizenship. So the benefits are that it develops youth in our community, and it gives them the skills and environment to expose community leaders and mentors that are in the community. It inspires new ideas for service, increases support of projects, and helps develop future potential leaders. So the first RILA was held in 1961 in Brisbane, Australia. It became a structure RI program in 1971. And then also each year, over 60% of Rotary clubs nominate a RILA participant or help organize a RILA event. And then, am I able to show a video? Okay. That's totally understandable.
Audio may not.
I didn't talk about that before. Sorry.
They like the challenge.
I assume appropriate for you.
Yes, it is. It is.
So it's coming up very slowly.
Programs are typically in the form of a seminar, camp, or workshop, 3 to 10 days in length, organized by Rotarians at the club or district level. Our program focuses on students that will be seniors in high school. I've learned how to incorporate new leadership styles. It's going to help me a lot later, because I'm taking a lot of new leadership roles as a senior this year.
I'm going to have to be more efficient with the amount of jobs that I have, and being able to learn from the people around me and take away different characteristics about myself, and will help me to get jobs done.
RILA is demonstrative of Rotary's respect and concern for youth.
You have the most people, and it's you mobilized to make a huge impact.
We provide an effective training experience for selected youth and potential leaders.
I've learned that I need to start speaking my mind. They'll be able to use these skills going into college, looking for jobs, and eventually looking for careers.
Another one of our goals is to encourage leadership of youth by youth. It's teaching us to interact with other leaders.
We're all leaders here. Yeah, and it's really important to learn how to work with other leaders.
And finally, we publicly recognize young people who are providing service to their communities.
I personally feel that service is important because it's always great to give back to a community or an organization that's given to you.
Each RILA should be tailored to meet the needs of its audience, but core curriculum includes fundamentals of leadership, ethics of positive leadership, importance of communication skills, problem solving and conflict management, Rotary's purpose and service to the community, building self-confidence and self-esteem, and elements of community and global citizenship.
So you're telling me that a leader can be anybody? Yes, ma'am!
So why should you become a part of RILA? This camp develops youth leadership skills and self-confidence while exposing participants to community leaders and mentors. It also inspires new ideas for service, increases support of projects, and helps develop future potential members. And, most importantly, it's fun.
It's so much fun. I feel like we all bonded really quickly and I have a ton of new friends. Now we have money now.
I love my group. They're really fun to work with.
Yeah, definitely. We've known each other for days. Yeah. We're pretty close already.
Go Blue Team.
Go Ryla. Go Ryla.
The link is also on the PowerPoint sheets that I handed out. So if you want to go and look at the video and be able to hear it a little bit better, that's available to you on that on the PowerPoint slides that I've handed out. So our program history for 6630 is it started in 1991, and it was by Rich Humphrey, who created it after attending an RI convention. Lyle Poley and Dr. Bob Jackson were the first committee members. And this past year's statistics, we had 50 youth participants, 19 clubs that participated, and that brings our total to a 1,156 that have gone through the program in the 28 years that it's been in created. The cost to send a student to RILA is $475, but that's a great investment as far as that pays for all of their housing, their meals, for the time when they're at Baldwin Wallace attending camp. We also recommend that you only send 3 students from the same high school, because when you send more than that, it sort of dominates, and then there's like a little bit of a clique that establishes, so that we recommend that it's only 3 from the same high school. And as I mentioned, it's a great investment in youth. And it's we had our RILA participant come and speak at our club, the Rotary Club of Berea, last night, and it totally has impacted and changed his life, and it was very evident in his presentation. Let's see, I think that is it. I handed out the schedule. There's also brochures that we utilize. But there's also the schedule that we keep these students very busy during the time that they're there. But we're asking them to take a week out of their summer, so we also make it fun. And so we have different activities, such as we'll go bowling, we'll have a square dance, and then we'll have an actual dance the last night of camp, because all young people love to dance. So, not all, but majority. So, and then we have different speakers that come throughout the day, and we also have simulations where we put them through Bafa Bafa, which is a simulation of cross-cultural activity that shows what it means to be in a different culture. Then we also have This Land is Your Land, where they look at different economics of different communities. And then we have speakers that come in. Dave Major, who is a professional speaker, donates his time to come in and speak and talks about motivation and what it is to be motivated. So it's a great program. I would love to see the Hudson Club be able to sponsor a student next year. And you have in the past been a very strong contributor to Camp RILA, so we'd like to see you back in the fold of the RILA family. I think that's it. Yeah. Any questions?
I'll start with a question since I have a mic. So how is this usually publicized? Do the schools do it, or do the clubs go out and publicize?
It's a combination of, there's several different ways that clubs select their students. Some, it's strictly the club will do it. Some allow the high school to do it. Some, it's a combination of both. So it's however your club decides that you want to select your students. There's applications online. Everything is done online. And yeah, I think that answered the question.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. What I'm wondering is, are we doing anything, so we're helping to shape these youth into being great leaders, are we doing anything to follow up with them so that we can get them to join Rotary? So I actually was in RILA 14 years ago.
Shut up!
So I was just kind of curious.
No, we're not. And this is something that we discussed at our district convention or conference, is that we need to continue to motivate them to look at Rotary as getting involved. We we get students that after 2 years to come back to be counselors, and then a lot of the students that participate will start an Interact Club or a Rotaract Club, either at their high school or at the university or college that they're attending. So we're sort of planting those seeds, but we haven't like made the full bloom to have it come full circle. But yes, we're working on that and trying to follow up and get people more involved in Rotary once they get older.
Thanks.
You mentioned Lyle Poley was a mentor of yours.
Oh, yeah.
In this, and so help me out because he dropped out of the club. I think because he had so many other things going on, but he's passed away, hasn't he?
Yes.
But I do remember him very well, and he was a tremendous leader. He was a district governor.
Yep.
As far as I know, he was probably the only one that this club has produced, maybe a district governor. Jim, you've been an assistant district governor, haven't you? Yeah, but he was a tremendous leader, and
definitely.
He was an inspiring man.
Learned so much from Lyle because he was using the disc inventory long before it was popular with other people. And disc is sort of similar to the Myers-Briggs type indicator. And so he was a big proponent of looking at your personality and being able to utilize the strengths that come from it.
Hey, Mark, what's the capacity of, how many students can you take?
We can take up to 55 to 60. We sort of limit that number due to the fact that when we went to 65, it lost some of its continuity because it was too large and it wasn't able to give that one-on-one attention to the students. And so that's why we keep it at 55 to 60 students that participate.
And it's every June?
It's usually the second or third week in June.
And they stay at the residence halls?
Yeah, stay at the residence halls on Baldwin Wallace's campus. Probably for the first 15 years, we were at, I think for the first 18 years, we were at Hiram College, and then we just moved because the prices got too large, too high at Hiram, so then we moved to Baldwin Wallace where we have a better deal. Plus, I sort of have some influence there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I also have a flag from our club to bring students.
How nice. Is there another one in here? Bars? I don't think so. We'll have to get you. Thank you. I'm going to have, stay here just a second. Okay, I want to thank our greeters, Larry Stanton and Joe Avila, Audio Visual, Den Rich, Tom Page, Tom Tobin, James Field, Ron Barnhouse, and Maddie Crane for doing our audio visual. And the Rotobuck today is $5 and the jackpot is $364. I need you to pull it.
Ours is only 107. I got to come with you. You're high roller. Okay. Last three digits, 411. You're my new friend. 411?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
And remember who you work for.
In case you didn't hear, he told me to remember who I work for. He's a board member. Oh, sorry.
I remind people to look at the brochures from the swap.
Okay. James wanted me to remind everyone that the school sent out a brochure. And if you have any questions about that brochure, you can ask me or him, and I have all the answers for you, or I'll find them for you. Remember, we choose our attitudes. So this week, choose your attitude to be positive. And remember that there's a foundation meeting after this meeting. Thank you all for coming.